Okay, and here we go. So we're going to today use straps and a block, so keep those handy. And we're going to start from lying down position. So have your blanket in one end of your mat. And remember that always is a good idea, especially if you just woke up and your body still feel a little stiff, or we need to bend the knees to avoid any tightness or any tension in your lower back. And slowly we're going to start releasing that part. But knees bent and have your arms down by your side with the palm facing up, but make sure you are not very close to your hips. Just have some opening by sliding the top of the hands away from your hips and making any adjustment on your lower back, middle back, in between your shoulder blades, and draw the chin slightly into the chest, so that way you get that nice lengthening in the back of your neck. And we're going to begin here, like we always do, taking a moment at a time to settling in the position, taking the time to bring the awareness to the body and feel the body and experience the body, and drawing the attention towards the breath as we inhale and exhale through the nose 3 times, like in a deep way, and side out. And again. And one more. And from here, close your lips, just relax your jaw, and keep breathing in and out. Always breathing through the nostrils. And begin to slowly move your neck and head from side to side. And slowly bring the head back to neutral position. Flex your elbows. Place the hands to the back of the skull, elbows up to the sky. And with the next inhale, slowly lift the head off the mat. Draw the chin to your chest and hang it here, supported by your both hands. And just feel that gentle stretch in the muscles connecting with the base of your skull. And slowly release the head down towards the floor. Arms again down by your side, palm facing up, and rock your head gently from side to side. Return the neck and the head back to neutral position. Feet off the mat. Hug yourself and gentle stretch your lower back. Just breathing in and out, guiding the thighs into the chest. And just breathe through the nose. And then from here, if you like, you can rock from side to side. Gentle massage on your lumbar spine. And if you're rocking from side to side, slowly return back through center. Lower the feet down towards the floor with the knees bent and the feet wide as your hips. Chin in, and we're going to come into gentle bridge, lifting the pelvis up with inhale, exhale down. Inhale up and lower as you exhale. Just a few rounds like this, and not need to go super high in your bridge, just gentle mobilization there, your pelvis and your hips. Breathing in and out, linking the breath with the movement. Couple more rounds. And then slowly release lower back off the mat, feet off the floor, hands to your knees, and bring the thighs in and away. This is Apanasana. Gentle again, stretch out your lower back after moving the hips up and down in that low bridge. And next time, as we straighten the elbows and just keep the knees over the hips, big toes touching, and we're going to open and close those hips and your legs. Inhale and exhale, gently warming up here, the hip joints. Relax your pelvic floor, your inner thighs. And then slowly back to center. Lower the feet down a little bit wider than the hips. Arms to the side, palms facing up. And let's do some windshield wiper movement, rocking the head into the opposite direction where your legs are going. Gentle movement here again, warming up those muscles, tendons and ligaments. And slowly inhale, return back to center, and then draw over to one side, extend the top leg, and use the hands to gently press, walk your hands, lift the torso, and let's all find our way to seated position. So you have now your blanket, and you're sitting on the edge of the blanket. Just seated position here, lifting the spine from the heart center, finding the neutral position on your spine, and just slowly release the shoulders back and down. Inhale up to the ears and slowly back and down. Up to the ears, back and down. Up to the ears, back and down. And then bring the chin up with the inhale. Exhale through the nose, chin to your chest. Just moving slowly the neck up and down with the breath. We're still warming up the body. And as you exhale, draw the chin into the chest, keep the upper spine nice and long, and then rock the chin from side to side. And slowly return the head back to neutral position. Bring the left arm across your chest, and with your right arm, hug it, and bring the elbow high as your shoulders as you guide the left arm closer to your right shoulder. Remember to drop your left shoulder down and just lift from the chest. And you should feel the stretch on the outside of your left shoulder and the back of your left shoulder going into the shoulder blades on your left side. And just breathe through this, in and out through the nostrils. And release, let go. Both hands down towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down. Now bring the right arm across your chest, hug your right arm with your left arm, and guide your right arm closer to your left shoulder. And same way, you drop the right shoulder down, lift from the chest, and now you should feel the stretch in the back of your right shoulder, going into the shoulder blade, just breathing in and out. And slowly release, arms to the side, down towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down, arms overhead. Let's twist to the right. Place your left hand down to your right knee, right hand behind you, and look over to your right shoulder. And just the twist is happening from your waist up, so keep both hips down. Go back to the full breath. And then do the twist and bring the right arm across your left arm. Right hand to your left knee, left hand to your right. Flex the elbows, round the spine, draw the chin to your chest. And just breathe here as you feel the opening in between the shoulder blades, the muscles in between the rib cage and the back, all the way down to the sacrum, stretching and releasing, creating space in between each vertebrae. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Keep your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Lift the spine, look over to your left shoulder, twisting as you breathe, long and deep, full and steady. And undo the twist. Left arm goes across your right arm now. Left hand to your right knee. Flex the elbows, and again, crown of the head pointing towards the floor. And just stretch the entire length of the spine. Nice, easy breathing here. And inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, bring the arms to the side, down towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down. Place your left hand down to your left knee. Right arm goes up to the sky, flex the elbow, right hand to your left ear, and then slowly release the right ear to your right shoulder as you stretch the left side of your neck. And let go. Right hand down, left arm up, flex the elbow, placing your left hand to your right ear. And as you exhale, guide your left ear to your left shoulder as you drop right shoulder down. Deep breath. And let go. Head back through center, left hand down, shoulders up, back and down. Hands to your thighs or knees, lift the chin, left rotate the head to the right. Chest, inhale, left and up. Same direction. Just few rounds to loosen up all those muscles in your cervical spine. And going to the opposite direction. And slowly return back to neutral position. Let's move into cat-cow from seated position. Elbows in, arch the spine, look up. Elbows out, round the spine, belly in, chin in. Inhale, arching and opening. Exhale, rounding and closing. At your own rhythm, a few more rounds like this. One last, and neutral position. Now undo the crossing of your legs, and let's have the hands behind you, feet wider than the hips. Some windshield wiper movement here before we go into lying down our backs again. Let's just have some movement. We're going to use the strap for the next sets of exercises, working on stretching the back line of the legs, the outside of the hips, the inner thighs, and slowly back through center. Okay, time to place the blanket again to the end of the mat, and let's go down to the mat and our backs with the knees bent. Have your hand strap with you and keep your block handy. Draw the chin into your chest and then hug the right thigh into the chest, and then place the strap in the ball of your right foot. Straighten your right leg up to the sky and holding perhaps from the end of your straps. So we're going to try to leave the elbows and forearms down, and from here flex the knee, drop the heel. Inhale, straighten up to the sky. Flex and drop, and up to the sky. Flex and drop. Inhale, straighten, couple more rounds, getting the back line of the legs used to the stretch, because in the next one we're going to straighten and hold it there. Draw the chin into the chest, keep the shoulders back and down, please. No tension whatsoever in your shoulders, and just keep breathing as you go through the stretch on the back line of your right leg. Now from here, grab both straps with your left hand, and then keep both hips down, and then just the right leg goes over the pelvis and the hips without twisting. Your right hip stays down. This is to go and access those muscles in the outside of your right hip to stretch your IT band. And if you keep your leg straight, you'll keep stretching the back line of your leg. Hold it here as you go back into the deep breath. And inhale, the leg goes back to center. Grab both straps with your right hand and then open the leg out. Use your forearm, your upper arm, and your elbow as a shelf to support so you are not holding the arm in the air. That's too much tension for your shoulder. So just try to use that support and breathe through the inner part of your right leg. Keep both hips down, back to the deep breathing. And inhale, return the head back, the leg back through center. Now grab both straps with both hands and bring the left foot and hook the foot on the strap as you lower the right foot down. So we're going to, again, hold the strap from the end and keep the elbows and forearms down. Flex the knee lower. Inhale, straighten up to the sky. Exhale, flex and release and up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower the heel and inhale, straighten. Flex and lower and up, flex and down and up, flex and lower, up. One more. This time we hold it as we stretch the back of your left leg back to your breath. Now grab both straps with your right hand and the left leg extended is over the pelvis and the hip to the left, to go into the right. Keep your left hip down and just breathe here. Back to the deep breath. Through the nose, inhaling long and steady. Through the nose, exhale long and relaxed. And as you inhale, the leg comes back through center. Grab both straps with your left hand and then open the left leg out as you stretch the inner thigh, the groin on your left side. Again, keep both hips even and just watch your breath as you keep lengthening the exhalations to access to a deeper stretch. And inhale, the left leg goes back to neutral position. Grab both straps with both hands and then bring the right foot up as well. So we're going to begin holding both ends of the strap, legs straight, and exhale, flex and drop the heels. Inhale, straighten up to the sky. Exhale, drop and lower. Inhale, straighten up and flex and release. And up, flex and lower, and up. One more, flex and lower. Now we're going to straighten and hold it there. Now reach with your hands and see if you can bring the legs a little bit closer. So grab your strap closer to your feet and see if you can bring the legs closer to your chest. Chin stays in, so your neck remains nice and long. And we're just stretching here a little bit more deeper, the back of the legs and also the lower back. Nice, easy breathing. And then slowly open those legs out in a V and hold it there again. Concentrate on the breath. And slowly inhale, bring both legs feet together back through center, flex the knee, drop the feet down, take the strap from your feet. And again, have your feet wide as your hips, chin into the chest, keep the knees bent, and we're going to go into bridge, but a little bit higher now. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Inhale up and down, up, down, up, down. Walk the feet wider than the hips, arms in T position, some windshield wiper movement to bring movement to both hips. We held in position, stretching for a long time, so we need to bring some movement back to those hips. And then from here, roll over to one side. In my case, I'm going to go to my left side and just bring the, in my left side here. And so from here in Buddha pose, have your knees bent, pick up the heels, make sure your heels are in line with your hips. And then from here, bring the right thigh into the chest and hook the strap to the ball of the foot, and then extend the right leg up to the sky. So it's a different stretch, different muscles we're addressing here to stretch to find that nice opening there. And just breathe here. Now from there, keep holding from the strap and then lower the leg slowly as you bring the leg parallel to the floor and keep holding there with the strap, just breathing in and out. So your right foot should be in line with your right hip. And then slowly inhale, guide the right leg up to the sky again and hold it there for your round of breath. Nice, easy breathing. And again, engage and slowly lower the right leg so it's in line of your right hip, parallel to the floor. Couple breaths. And then slowly bring the leg up to the sky again. Working with this stretch. Last one. Now flex the knee, lower the right foot down. Slowly place the palms towards the floor, pressing back to seated position. And let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So in my case, I'm going on my right side. From Buddha pose, I'm supporting my head with a blanket, flexing the knees, pick up the heels, making sure in line with your hips, and then guide the left thigh into the chest to hook the strap in your left foot and extend the left leg up to the ceiling. Holding and breathing. And then slowly lower your left leg parallel to the floor, left foot in line with your left hip. Hold for a few rounds of breath. And engage to bring the left leg up to open. And just guide your left leg a little bit closer to the torso. Keep working with a deep stretch, with a deep breath to stretch deeper. And then slowly lower again the leg in line with your left hip as you hold there parallel to the floor. Nice breathing. And inhale back to open again. And flex the knee, release the strap from your left foot, place the palms to the floor and slowly find your way back to tabletop position. So here, have your blanket. This time, place your blanket under your knees to protect your kneecaps. Let's move the spine and have the wrist under the shoulders. Let's just move into cat-cow. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Inhale, open. Exhale, belly in, chin in. Exhale, drop the belly, chest open, and rounding the spine with the exhale. We inhale to drop and open. And exhale, round the spine. Move the hips to the heels. Relax your forearms, elbows down, and then open. The left knee wide as your mat, right knee wide as your mat. Elbows down, forehead towards the floor or towards the block. Relax the belly, relax the hips, front and back. Soften the inner thighs, the groin, and your pelvic floor. And slowly palms forward to gently find a way to tabletop, right knee under the right hip, left knee under your left hip. Wrist under the shoulders, this is a neutral position. Extend your left leg back and up. Flex the knee, cross it over your right leg, and drop the hips to the heels. Back to table, your left leg goes back and up. Flex, cross it over, move the hips to the heels. Back to table. Left leg goes back and up, flex, cross it over, and then walk your hands under the shoulders, drop the hips to the heels, and then elbow forearms down and just pause here, draw the chin to your chest. This is a modified shoelace or Gomukhasana pose. And you should feel the stretch in the outside of the right hip, and left hip as well. And palms forward, return back to tabletop position. Your left leg goes back and up. Flex your left knee and step forward with your left foot. Left knee under your left heel under your left knee, and then slide the right knee back to find some nice opening in the right hip flexor. Hands to your left thigh or knee, and then pelvis and hips moving forward, elbows by your rib cage. Hold in position. And keep lifting the spine and feel that nice opening on the front of your right hip. Take a nice inhale and exhale, hands down towards the floor. Bring the left knee under your left hip, both knees under the hips, and let's do a cat-cow 3 times. Exhale into the cat. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the spine, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, belly in, chin in. Inhale, arch, drop the belly, open chest, rounding the spine into the cat and neutral position. Now, right leg goes back and up. Flex the knee, cross it over, hips towards the heels. Inhale, back to table, right leg back and up. Flex, cross it over, hips to the heels. Inhale to table, right leg back and up. Flex, cross it over, walk the hands closer to your thighs or knees, and then drop the hips evenly to the heels. Relax your neck and just breathe here as you stretch mainly the left hip and also some of the right hip, the outside of both hips. Hold in position, a couple more round of breath. And inhale, palms forward to return to tabletop and do the crossing of the leg. Right leg goes back and up, flex the knee, step forward and slide the right knee back to find that nice opening on the left hip now, the front of your hip flexor. Hands to your thigh or knee, elbows by your rib cage, pelvis and hips moving to the front. And you're closing your eyes to go deeper into the breath. Again, experiencing the nice opening in the front of your eye, iliopsoas. And lower hands down. Right knee comes to meet your left knee, and let's all move to child's pose. Make sure your elbows, forearms down. You're not holding tension in your neck, and you're resting your forehead towards the floor, towards the hands, or towards the block. Nice, easy breathing, stretching the back line of the spine, the back of your lower back, the hips evenly here. And lift the head, lift the chest. Take the blanket from under your knees. Have your block handy. We're going to move to pigeon pose. So maybe you need a block. So from tabletop, your left leg goes back and up. Flex the knee. And then bring the left knee towards your left wrist. Make sure your right leg is nice and long behind you. You flex your left foot in order to protect your left knee. Lift the chest, find that nice lengthening, and then when you're ready. So the block, when you use the block, if you feel like you are leaning into one side and you cannot hip both hips even, you place the block under your hip and you support your hip there. So from here, we're going to walk the hands forward. We're going to melt the chest down and just have your elbows flexed so the back of your upper spine is nice and open. And just go deep, deep, deep into the breath. So control the breath to slow it down. And as you slow down, you lengthen the breath and you can go deeper into the stretch of the left hip. Very slowly, pick up the head, the chest, place the palms under the shoulders, and then bring your left leg back, bend both knees, and child's pose. Both hips to the heels. Take a moment. And perhaps you can feel the difference between your left side and your right side here. And gently return back to tabletop. Now the right leg goes back and up. Flex the knee and bring the right knee closer to your right wrist. Your left leg nice and long behind you. Hands under the chest and see if you need to place the block under your right hip. We lengthen the spine and then slowly we release as we walk the hands forward, releasing the chest, the shoulders, and especially the outside of your right hip. Just breathe through this. Tail and lift the head, the chest, hands under the shoulders. Bring the right knee to meet your left knee, and both hips are going now to child's pose towards the heels. Relax your chest to your shoulders and just breathe here. And lift the head and the chest. Let's come to seated position again. So place the blanket. We're going to sit on the edge and keep working and opening those hips and releasing the pelvic floor. So from here, we're going to sit with both knees bent. Let's bring the left heel closer to your pelvis, and then we're going to grab the back of the right leg with both hands or both arms, like cradling a baby. And we're going to rock in and out. Just lift the chest. And then we're rocking forward and back. And I can feel the stretch by holding like this on the outside of my right hip. I can feel in my glutes. And then slowly hold and just pause there. And then slowly release and bring the right leg out to the side. Your right left foot is touching the inner part of your right leg, and place your right hand to the right shin. Draw the left shoulder down, flex the elbow, and then release the spine to your right side. And just feel the stretch and keep guiding your left shoulder back. Keep opening from the top, the front of the left chest and shoulder. And just breathe here. Relax your neck. Breathing in and out. And then slowly lift the head, lift the chest, neutral position. Now bring the right foot in, and then time to grab the back of the left leg with both arms. I'm going to move in and out. Just some movement first here. This is a great hip opener. And then slowly rocking forward and back. And let's hold it there. And then slowly release and extend the left leg out to the side. Right foot is touching left inner thigh, left hand down. Release the right hand and then move the right shoulder back and gently allow the spine to drop to the left. Relax your neck and keep slowly rotating the right shoulder and the front of the right chest back. Just breathe through this. Stretching and opening the inner thigh, the groin on the left side now. And inhale, return back to center. And now extend the right leg back to the side. So both legs are straight and open. And you're sitting through the edge of your blanket. So your pelvis should be tilting forward. Hands in front of you. Walk your hands. Relax your forearms, your elbows. And release the chin to your chest and the crown of the head towards the floor. Relax and breathe here. Pressing gently with every exhalation through the back line of both legs. Inhale, release. Exhale, gentle press. Inhale, soften. And gently press the legs against the floor. And inhale, release. And press. And one more time. Inhale, relax. And press. And lift the head, lift the chest. Walk the hands back to lift the spine to neutral. Flex the knee, bring the sole of the feet together. Let's work in our balance and stretching again, holding from the big toes with the peace fingers, and just lean back. Keep your knees bent, feet off the mat, engage the core. You can hold it there. Just shoulders back and down. Keep the core super strong and engaged. When I mean core, it's just not the muscles around the belly, but also the muscles in the back supporting the spine. Breathing in and out. And gently release the feet down. And then straighten the legs in front of you with the feet separated. Hands behind you, and let's bring the toes in and out. Sun, hip joint movement here. Flexing the knees, some windshield wiper movement. And dropping the legs to one side. Let's use the blanket again to the opposite side of the mat. So when we go back, down, when we go down, we have support for the neck and head. And we're going to begin from the front of the mat with the hands to your knees, chin to your chest, and gently rounding the spine. Lay out. Oh, have your block handy, please. We're going to use the block again. Rounding the spine, chin to the chest, gently finding the way down towards the floor. Relax your neck, relax your head. Slide the heels under the knees and have your arms open wide with the palms facing up. Relax a moment. Make sure your spine is nice and long. And then bring the left thigh into the chest and cross it over your leg. Not figure four yet. So your left leg is above your right thigh, and pick up the right foot off the mat and reach with both hands to grab the shin and just guide your left thigh and knee close to your chest. Again, we should feel the stretch outside of your left hip. And release right foot down. Now, yes, figure four, but we're going to use your left hand to press gently into inner part of your left knee as you guide your left knee away. And just this is iliopsoas release. Now release and let's stretch figure four. So let's have the both hands, the shin of the hamstring of your right leg, and just breathe here. And release right foot down, left foot down. Now right leg goes over the left thigh. Bring the right thigh into the chest and hold from with both hands from the shins of your left leg, and just hold and breathe. Left foot goes down, figure four, but we're going to place the right hand in the inner part of your right knee as you guide the right thigh away. Hold and breathe here. Now release and figure four, holding from the shin of the hamstring of your left leg. Breathe in, keep both hips even, chin sliding into the chest, and just watch your breath. Now from here and do the crossing, and let's come into full happy baby. Knees are open wider than your rib cage, holding from the outside of the feet or the ankles, making sure your lower back is flat on the floor, and just hold as you breathe. Again, release your inner thighs, your pelvic floor, your groins, gentle stretching hamstrings as well. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Lower the feet down with the feet wide as your hips. So your heels are under your knees, and we're going to lift the pelvis and the hips into supported bridge first. So you can have it in level one or level two if you prefer. Arms out to the side in T position, palms facing up. And here you are in a bridge pose, but it's a restorative bridge. So you want to relax tension in your glutes, your thighs, your hamstrings, and just release your lower back and the entire length of the front of your body. If you are in level two, I invite you to lift the pelvis, separate from the block, and then drop the block to level one. So everyone, now level one, making sure your block is on your sacrum, not in your lower back. From here, walk your feet together and then open the knees out as you bring the sole of the feet together. This is a restorative Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. And again, the idea here is to release the glutes, the inner thighs, your pelvic floor, your groins, your hips, and pelvis. Release and breathe. And from here, extend the right leg to the right corner of the mat and keep the right foot open. And then extend your left leg to the left corner of the mat. And we are now in iliopsoas release. Slowly flex your right knee, place the right foot in line with your right hip. Flex your left knee, left foot in line with your left hip. Pick up the pelvis and the hips into high bridge. Remove the block from underneath you and slowly release it down towards the floor. Hug yourself. Bring the thighs into the chest to stretch your lower back. And then lift the head off the mat, forehead to your knees. Exhale, release the head down towards the floor. Lower the feet down with the knees bent, and then walk your feet wide as your mat. Arms in T position. Our last windshield wiper movement here, rocking head and neck in the opposite direction where your legs are going. Gentle neck and head movement, gentle legs and hips movement. Just rock from side to side. The idea is to bring some movement to the legs, to the hips again. Slowly return the neck and the legs back through center. Hug yourself one more time. Stretch your lower back. Nice and gentle stretch there, breathing in and out. And then slowly extend the legs up towards the ceiling. And then slowly the right leg goes down towards the floor. Your left leg goes down towards the mat. Slowly open the right leg again to the right corner, left leg to the left corner. Arms outside of your hips, in between shoulders and hips. Make any adjustment in your shoulder blades, in between shoulder blades, the back of the shoulders, the back of your hips, your hips. Take a nice inhale. Welcome to Shavasana. Side out. Again. And side out. Any tension goes away. One last. Now your lips are closed. Your eyes are closed. Time of letting go. Breathing in and out. Through the nose. Releasing any tension in your shoulders. Breathing in and out. And I'm going to guide you through some relaxation state of the body, where we are noticing the sole of the feet, top of the feet, toes, ankles, shins, calf muscles, both knees, front and back. And from the top of the knees down to the sole of the feet, we're going to take the time to relax and release the lower part of the legs. Just be aware of those parts. Now draw the attention to the quads, hamstrings, glutes, both hips, pelvis, and pelvic floor. And taking the time to relax from the top of both hips towards the knees and just concentrate in the upper part of the legs to relax and soften. Now, from the top of the hips, do your best to actually relax the entire length of your legs, front and back, down to the sole of the feet. Now the attention goes to the entire length of the back, the posterior part of your torso, from lumbar spine, going to thoracic spine, up to the back of where the shoulder blades are, and doing the best to soften any tension in the muscles supporting the spine and those muscles that are in between the back of your rib cage. Just release and breathe. Now relax any tension in your abdominal muscles, softening the internal organs, and relax the muscles in the front of your rib cage. Release the front of your shoulders, the front of your chest, and soften your heart. And taking the time here so you can relax any tension from the shoulders down to the hips, front and back, relaxing and letting go. Now the trunk, hips, legs, and sole of the feet, everything is gently, slowly melting down towards the floor. Softening front and back of the shoulders, biceps and triceps. Relax your elbows and your forearms, softening wrists, hands front and back, and all your fingers. And from the top of your shoulders down to the fingertips of your hands, all the way down to the sole of your feet, your body is melting away. Relax your jaw, your neck, your throat. Soften your lips and upper lip. Relax your tongue. Soften your teeth. Release your cheekbones and both ears. Soften your nose and your eyeballs. Relax your eyelids and your eyebrows. Soften in between the eyebrows and relax the entire width of your forehead. Relaxing the crown of your head, and from the crown of the head down to the sole of the feet, your entire body is melting down, feeling heavy and light at the same time. You are in a deep, deep relaxation state. Very slowly, please begin to deepen the breath. Moving slowly your neck and head, your feet, your toes, your ankles, your wrist. Just bring some gentle movement back to the body. And as you inhale, bring the arms overhead, reaching through the fingertips, pointing the toes. And exhale, flex both knees and hug yourself and gently roll over to one side. Without rushing, slowly find your way as we all sit together. This is Sukhasana, easy pose, or any pose where you can sit comfortably with the palms to your thighs or knees, soft shoulders, soft elbows. Keep the spine upright and draw the chin slightly in and towards the chest. Eyes are closed or partially open. Let's bring the attention to the lower abdomen, below your navel. And we're going to concentrate that nice long breath down the navel, below the navel to your abdominal region is. And we're going to inhale, ballooning the belly out. Exhale, gently contracting the belly in. Inhale, soften the muscles. And exhale, gently contract, long contraction, long breath, exhalation. And inhale, soften slowly everything out. And contract again. And just use your breath and your breath awareness to release and to contract. And slowly let go that deep breath. And let go that abdominal work. Just back to irregular breathing. Keep observing the movement of your breath. And guiding the hands together close to your heart center in Anjali Mudra. Noticing the body and noticing the state of the mind. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And we all have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to keep cultivating in our minds and our hearts. And keep offering words of peace, compassion, always to everyone, everywhere. And may our actions always, always be inspired by love, sweetness, compassion, and peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very much for being here today practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you.